some of your philosophies or ideas around doing the work and doing it well so that the audience is super entertained? Like you talk about a formula, but like what is it that you've learned that you're trying to emit?
So for me, it's really making sure one of the sentences that I learned was if it's not funny on the page, it's not going to be funny on the stage. And I went through a point in a couple seasons ago where I was like forcing material, like knowing the quirky ways of acting in order to make a joke work slash push it further to the point where someone came up to me, they were like, could you raven it up a little bit? And when they said that, I was like, stop, let's come back to basics, because you continue to push. Another thing that I do, and I told my kids there was a season I was like, nobody laugh unless it's funny. But this is where the joke goes. I said, but if they don't hit the joke, why laugh? You're giving us false, confirmation. Like we need to hit our joke correctly so that it works. And finally, you'd hear laughter, and it works because being on a kid's show, you have all these adults behind the camera and in the audience. Actually, not in the audience, but we have behind the camera and working on the show. So if we made adults laugh with kid comedy, then I knew it was funny and not just boom boom because it's supposed to be. And so it makes us work a little bit harder on the actor side. It makes the writers work a little bit harder. It makes everybody work a little bit harder, but it makes adults laugh sometimes, and that's when I'm like, done, check mark. And it's just like I remember when we finished That's So Raven, and I had some time off. I quote unquote retired. Well, I did retire, but whatever. I remember having people over my house after like a month of not working for the first time in my life, and I would walk into a room. I'd have a conversation. I hit all my beats, and then I would leave the room on a joke. But I'm like, this is not stage, crazy lady. This is like real life. But I'm like, wow, I've been doing this so long. Like it kind of went into my normal back and forthness with humans. But there's formulas to everything.